What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sequence. This episode is brought to you by DraftKings. I'm your host, Trevor Plouffe, and today we have another very special guest, all-star reliever, three-time World Series champ. Maybe one of the only guys you can talk about in the big leagues who just needs to go by one name, Sergio. Sergio Romo, what's up, dude? Thanks for joining us.
Plouffe, thanks, man. Here we go. It's been quite the ride for me, so... Adding your show, adding your sequence to the thing. It's I appreciate that.
Well, I appreciate you coming on, man. And we got to play together in 2017. Got familiar with each other. I loved everything you brought to the clubhouse, and I think everyone in Minnesota right now is seeing that the energy. You were filling out the quiet times during these COVID practices. I heard. There's a lot of Sergio talk going around that summer camp.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it was a little odd being at the stadium with no fans and playing games and whatnot. We have another one tonight, or we had one last night. I'm sorry, and it's odd, but at the end of the day, it's still playing baseball. It's still being around my friends. It's still a privilege to be able to call myself a Major League Baseball player. So at the end of the day, I just try to remind everybody, have fun still with it. I'm a little off the wall, so to speak. And I got some chance in there. So when the season comes around, I even got some stuff for the opposing teams. In all due respect, so it's nothing disrespectful, but I got some things just to make it fun again, and I got some ideas here and there. So we will definitely enjoy 2020.
I expect nothing less from you. I love that. So this is a cool at bat we're about to do right here. Like I said, you're part of 3 World Series championship teams. This one in particular is in 2012. I think people kind of know, but usually when pitchers come on, I ask them to kind of like go over their pitch mix. For you, there's one big pitch, and it's the slider. And where did you develop that pitch? Is that something you've always done? Was it something that you changed throughout your career? Like, where did that come from?
Well, believe it or not, I was one of those kids that their dad didn't let me throw a breaking ball until I got to a big field. I was 13 years old when my dad started teaching me how to throw breaking balls, or pretty much just allowed me to throw a breaking ball, period. So I kind of not necessarily had a later start, but I kind of had to learn how to pitch at a younger age if I was going to succeed at pitching. And changing speeds, it was literally just fastball, changeup, and hitting spots, throwing at corners with the fastball. And that's kind of how it all started with me when it comes to pitching. I had to learn how to pitch first before I even had a breaking ball. There was no fooling hitters in the aspect of movement. It was literally hitting spots, throwing it one harder, throwing one slower, that type of thing. So it was a slurve all the way up to college, senior year. Go to Colorado Mesa, what is now Colorado Mesa University. In Grand Junction, and my breaking ball was terrible. It went from a slurve to absolutely nothing. Really inconsistent. It was almost, it was just straight and spun. And so coming home, my winter break, my dad taught me it. My dad changed my grip. My grandpa was there also, and they were talking to me about different stuff, pressure points and different finger grip pressure and all this whatever. And I was all, dang, all right.
What year was this?
This was 2005, 2004 to
I
2.
love that, man.
So it was, say, Christmas break 2004, and then going into 2005. So I got drafted that year, thankfully, because the breaking ball worked in altitude. I had already learned how to pitch a little bit, and my dad had taught me, and then I had some pitching coaches along the way that kind of threw some stuff at me here and there. And it is really my dad and my grandpa that taught it to me. My senior year in high school, or senior year in college, 2005.
I love it. And here you are. This is your at the beginning of the season. You had over 11 years service time, so this will be 12 years for you service time. Yeah, things have worked out.
Yeah, 12 and change, and still tricking them. I guess
Dude,
that's
no, no,
kind
no,
of
no,
what
no,
I
no, no,
joke
no.
around.
Don't say that because I looked up your stats. Tricking him is not what you've been doing, man. Career
No.
2.9 ERA. You've been doing it for so long, and what's cool is like you're not a one pitch pitcher, but you are a majority slider guy, and you've just been able to manipulate the zone, the speeds, whatever, and you've just been doing
Yeah.
it. And I love to see
Like
that.
like I said, in a sense, there is still a little bit of tricking them. That I've been tricking them since the beginning. Just more so
Okay.
the fact that they gave me a job, yo. That tricked them right there, first and foremost. And then we get in here and we get some tips from like Mark Gardner's and the Dave Rigetti's and even the Jim Bennett's along the way. The Bob Stanleys that have helped me out, like pitch, and progress, learn how to manipulate the baseball, so to speak. I still feel that I do trick them because you can sit a breaking ball, you can sit the slider, but in my case, uh, which one?
Exactly. Exactly.
So it's again, I don't necessarily think that I'm that good. I do, but I do know that I have good qualities about me that allow me to compete. So I don't. Again, I still feel that I'm tricking them. Like it's just. I mean,
Okay,
I
I'll
don't know.
let you say that. You know, but I'm just telling you, you're kind of like you've been dominant for a long time, which is awesome.
Well,
You just
we
take the
played
compliment,
alongside.
man.
That's what I was saying. Well, we played alongside each other also, so you got to see it live. You know what I'm saying? So I think again, there's certain traits and certain qualities about me that allow me to compete that most people may not see on TV, in a sense.
Yeah.
But I'm again, it's just my personal thought. Like, man, like even there's all kinds of other stuff behind it that makes me feel that way. Also,
Yeah.
other life experiences that, yeah, like I feel lucky and very fortunate to be in this position. So,
That's
to
cool.
say that I tricking them, it's like just tricking them. Yeah, that I still can do this even at this age, at this point, because the game's evolved so much, the game's changed so much.
Hmm.
They're getting younger, better, and more competitive, and they're just, yeah, this game is awesome.
Well, you bring the enthusiasm for someone that's played as long as you. That's rare. Like a lot of times you'll get the veterans and maybe they're a little salty. Salty veteran is a term that gets thrown around, and you're like the opposite of that. So it's very refreshing. I think people for a long time have known that, and now all the people in Minnesota are getting to see that as well. So it's really cool.
Thanks, man.
Let's kind of set this up. So this is you guys are already up 3 games.
Yeah.
I remember this Tigers team. I got to play them a ton, and this is a bad lineup. That team was absolutely stacked. Absolutely stacked. One of the best teams I'd seen in my career play. And I always tell people, like, probably one of the most disappointing kind of like organizational runs was that the Tigers never won a World Series. Like the pitching staff they had, the lineup they had, they had everything going for them. And then you guys waltz into town and end up sweeping them, as we're going to see here.
Rowdy chop.
Yeah, and so this is cool because we're in the 10th inning here. Marco Scudero put you guys ahead, I think, with a single in the top of the 10th, and here you are to close it out. And with 2 outs, with a 1-run lead, the man, Big Bad Miggy Cabrera, comes walking up to the plate. And I know you're confident. You're up 3 games to 0, but what's it like seeing Miggy kind of walk up to the plate?
Well,
do you even see him?
No, well, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't see that it was him and realize it was him because I was so into the moment, just trying to win each moment. The getting 2 outs before that were big, and I was kind of there thinking of that, but I didn't really realize it was him until I stepped on the mound. I took my breath, like you see me do, a few times, and looked to the mound to get my sign, and oh shit, it's him. And it, but in a sense for me, it was like, oh, go figure, it would be you. But I'm up, in this situation, and then you also think once you realize it's him, then you think, there was a second that I just thought of just about everything that they had said. We need how serious it was for us to win that game. Because if we lose game 4 there, they had Scherzer coming around, or Verlander, Scherzer, I think. Then
Actually, that was Annabelle when he was going
Annabelle,
off.
yes, Annabelle Sanchez. I think they had a young.
Price was still there. I mean,
who was the sinker ball guy?
Porcello.
Porcello, was he there still?
Yeah, he was nasty.
He might have been there still. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were. I mean, dude, we had to win it there. Like, if we didn't win it there, they had a shot. Like, they actually could have done what we had done the previous 2 series to get to that World Series, to do that, and so all those, like, you understand. In other words, you realize how big the situation is. You really, really do. But also, kind of had a little chip on my shoulder that most people don't know that I hadn't really talked about. Game 1, first inning. Scudero hits a ground ball, foul ball in between third base, coach box, and the dugout. Miguel Cabrera walks over there like it wasn't hit hard. Like he kind of like, fisted it, jammed him off, and he goes and picks it up, and he fakes like he's going to throw the ball into the dugout in my direction. Granted, I always sat on the top step in AT&T Park, which is now Oracle, but at home I always stood at the top step at third base dugout. So he did this on purpose to me, probably joking around because it's Miggy, Miggy being Miggy and having fun. But he told me he was ready for my slider. So, like, initially I kind of was like, haha. I looked to my right and it was George Contos, and I go, and George goes, did he just say he was ready for your slider? And I laughed. I said, haha, George, Miguel Cabrera knows who I am. Like, I laughed.
Hilarious.
Like, I was so, like, I saw it way completely different than he did. But the more I thought about it, I was like, oh, yeah, okay. Like, all right. Like, I'd never faced him before. And, I mean, if I've never faced you before and you're right-handed, I'm going to venture to say that I like my chances all the time.
Yes, I was just about to say that.
Like, I like my chances, and especially if you've never seen it before. Anyway, so when he said that, I was like, dude, hi, laugh, he knows who I am. Da-da. And then as the days went on, I was like, so game 1, I leave him on deck. Game 2, I leave him on deck. Game 1, leave him on deck. Game 2, leave him on deck. Game 3, I'm not too sure. And then game 4, he actually got to the box, So it was kind of like one of those, like, all right, let's see. And then I got a chance to do it. And then so in a sense, I had a chip on my shoulder, like, all right, well, then let's see. You called me out. Here I am. Oh, goodness.
This is Triple Crown Miggy, right? I think 2012 was Triple Crown Miggy.
That's Mighty Casey. You know that Disney story, Mighty Casey? That's Mighty Casey in the box.
Dude, he was incredible.
And just like the story.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, so we'll leave it at that.
All right, let's get to the video. Before we do that, here's the ad read. The long wait is finally over. Golf's first major of the year is this weekend. The golfers are heading to San Francisco to tee off and compete for the crown. And there's no better way to join the action than with the DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. To celebrate golf's first major of the year, DraftKings Sportsbook is offering special odds and promotions all weekend long. And all new users get a sign-up bonus up to $1,000. Every day of the tournament, DraftKings Sportsbook is boosting your profits by 30%. All you have to do is opt in and place a bet. Head to the app right now and check out all that they have to offer, including player props, day-by-day action, and even hole-by-hole live betting. As football season is clearing our sights, DraftKings Sportsbook has rolled out a season-long football pick'em pool with $2 million in prizes up for grabs. Make your picks and watch the games unfold. Plus, DraftKings Sportsbook is a safe, secure, and reliable betting app. You can deposit and withdraw your funds at your convenience. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code JOHNBOY when you sign up. For a limited time, all new users can get a sign-up bonus up to $1,000. That's right. DraftKings Sportsbook is going all out with a sign-up bonus up to $1,000. Just enter code JOHNBOY when you sign up. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, New Jersey only. Bonus comprised of a first deposit bonus and a first bet match, each up to $500. Deposit bonus requires 25 times playthrough. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, let's start this video up here. Got it queued up. You just struck out Don Kelly. Here's the pitch. Slow-mo, and that thing is going the opposite way of what he thought it was going to go.
His first at-bat in over a month. That was unfair. First at-bat of the playoffs with that situation.
That's tough, especially facing you. So there he is. There's the big bad man.
And I think this is about where I realized, oh, no, not yet. I think, that might have been the moment I realized, oh, crap, it's him.
You're nice and diced up. You don't got that shaggy look in this video. This is young Serge.
Look at that. Look. I was like, oh, yeah, okay, here we go. Nobody saw that I shook, though, right before that. I shook.
Shook first pitch?
Shook first pitch.
I'm venturing. I don't think I said this, but this year you threw 515 sliders to 195 fastballs.
Sick.
It's a lot of sliders. Miggy said he's got your slider, and there he saw the first one.
That's my normal one. That's not my normal one, but that's the one I like to, get a strike if I'm trying to, either get ahead or, like I said, a guy hasn't faced me. I just different look at him.
Yeah. So now when you get 0-1, are you looking?
I shook again.
You shook again.
And I said, I got to throw him my best strikeout one right here.
So what does that mean?
I went to strike him out with one strike.
Does that mean you're starting it outer third and letting it run off?
Like, this is me, like, I'm throwing you my best challenge slider, and it's going to look as yummy as possible, but it's nowhere going to end where you think it's going to end. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where it looks like it's like if you haven't seen it before, you can't anticipate where it's going to end or where it can go or how big it could be or, the movement of it, right?
Sure.
So at this point, I go, all right. So I threw him my get-ahead slider, basically. And after that, I go, I got to strike you out now. Because if, again, you haven't seen it before, if I can throw you one pitch, like my best one, my best bullet, right, and you swing and miss right out the gates, you don't know what it looks like. I'm sorry. I can repeat that, and I can do that again. So, again, I went to strike him out with one strike.
All right.
I go, okay, here's my best one. This is what, and then I pulled it a little bit.
Let's see.
I think I pulled it outside, but I shook again.
Yeah, you see where he's actually set up off the plate right there.
To punch his ticket, yes.
Yeah.
We understood each other. Like, that was just what we did. That was the way we had attacked guys in that moment was I wasn't throwing – I was throwing a lot of sliders, but I was just going for the punchy right out the gates. I was putting guys away with the first one, basically. So I shook again. You saw it there.
I got to see that.
So I shake again. But Buster, every time I shook, was putting down slider right back again. So
that's
then, look, I went to strike him out again. So
that's
then I give him the good one. Yes, that's the one I was trying to. All right, boom. And I go, yeah. And right here I go, all right, he's done. I can do that again. Look at that. Oh.
Dude, he's not even close to that. Miggy doesn't take those swings, dude.
That's what I'm saying. I go, in that moment, I go, man, I got you right here. So I get on here and I shake again. Give it to me. Show it. I shook again.
You shook again.
And then Buster puts down slider again. And I go, I got to punch his ticker right here. I got to give the same thing. So I go, in my head, I'm going, same pitch. Just punch his ticker right here. And then
I
pulled it.
Okay.
That's just how big the moment is.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a good miss. If you say, you miss, that's a good miss.
Yes. So we get into the box again. And right here, I go, give me a fastball. I go, this is my shot. This is my shot to throw a fastball.
Why, but why though? Like just the element of surprise. And this is Miggy.
So the second so he swings and he takes the first one, right? Strike. Then I pull it. Then I throw him a good one. He swings and misses by a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Where did that last one start?
Too far out.
But think about it. The one he swung at started middle or outer third,
Yes.
and he missed by a lot, right? So he sees it out there. He swung and missed. If I started in the same spot, which is I basically did, but didn't, I pulled it a little bit more. He, the soon it was out of my hand, started away from him. He gave up on it. So
he has you zoned up now.
That's how I always pitch. I pitch backwards in a sense. I look for my opportunities to throw my heater. So that was my opportunity. I thought, dude, he just spit on one that started out there. That's what I look for. Those are things I look for. I read hitters. Like I look for little details, you know, and for me that help me pitch, help me not necessarily guess, but maybe feel. You know, it gives me a certain feeling that they may be looking for a certain thing or a certain location or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to do that. That's kind of why I feel that I tricked them. Also, I still was tricking them.
Okay.
I mean, Poofer, we can go any which way about it. I'm still just tricking them, man. But dead on, like, I go, that's my chance to throw my heater. I go,
so you wanted it right away. You're like, Buster,
right here,
put the freaking one down.
After the 4 that I threw, I said 2-2. I go, this is my chance to throw a heater. So, anyways, I shake. He gives me slider again.
You shake.
This time, yes. Shake. There it was.
That's the 2 shakes.
3 shakes.
3 shakes. So wait, did he go slider?
Boom, 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 right? So he puts down slider. And I say no. He puts down slider again. I say no. He puts down slider again. I throw a slider. And watch this. Watch this. It's a defensive swing. But he saw it. He saw it. It's defensive.
Wow.
But he saw it. He went to the spot on that one.
I think he was looking fastball there.
You think so?
Because because you've shaken and then slider again pitch, every single pitch. You shook twice there. He's like, fuck it, maybe heater's coming, and that's why it was defensive, right?
You think?
I don't know.
Well, I thought it was defensive because it was actually a good pitch. Like maybe he saw heater, was like, oh crap, and then it broke down. But then it goes, oh, they really did go there, but. In my opinion, he saw it because look at his base. He never lost his base. He wasn't out front on it. He wasn't behind it. He never lost his base.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was defensive only because his hands were the only defensive part. I go, damn, he saw it. And I go, oh, give me a heater. Give me a heater.
And you shook twice that time.
Right here, this whole time. I'm on the mound. I was like, give me a fastball, give me a fastball, give me a fastball. And I shook again.
Let's see. Hopefully they show it.
Shake. Fastball. What? He gave me it. Hit the glove. Hit the glove.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Hit the glove. Hit the glove. Hit the glove. Oh, throw it as hard as you can. Boom. Did we win? We won. That was literally the moment. That's exactly how I thought in that moment because
I got to go back and see it again.
Think about it. So I shake.
What? I'm getting chills right now. Like just thinking about what you're thinking about this moment.
And then right here, I'm literally going hit the glove, hit the glove, hit the glove, hit the glove. I lift my leg. I go right when I lifted my leg, it went from hit the glove to like F it, throw it as hard as you can. Oh. And I think that's why it ran. That was a 4-seamer that ran.
Dude, that pitch must have looked like a million miles an hour to Miggy right there.
Right? Oh, anyways. Like my dad, I talked to my dad and he goes, I thought you were going to throw a fastball to pitch before. And I go, Dad, I thought the same thing.
I love it, man.
Maybe but again, I guess I didn't see it from a hitter's perspective either, in which you are a hitter. You're like you don't just go up there and bat, like you hit. You know what I'm saying? I faced you. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so from a hitter standpoint,
oh no, Miggy regrets maybe telling you he's ready for your slider.
But that's the thing. Like, dang, he recognized me. He acknowledges my existence first off, which boosted my confidence through the roof. Come on, man! I was one of the best invisible players in all of baseball until that moment with him. Straight up.
I
Straight up.
mean,
I didn't mind being invisible. I actually enjoyed being one of the best invisible players in baseball.
that was. I've watched the at-bat, okay? Like, I've seen it. I saw it live. I've gone over it prepping for this show, and listening to you talk about it and then kind of reliving it with you is freaking awesome, man. Like,
yeah. Oh, man. Dude,
I rarely get chills like that. That gave me chills. Just thinking about you in that situation being like, Buster, give me the heater, give me the heater, give me the heater.
Yes, and I'm just like give me a fastball. This thing is, I was feeling this, man. And again, when I sit there and I say I feel that I have certain traits or certain qualities about me that allow me to compete, I think my feel for the moments, my feel for the game and the situation that I'm in, I think that's one of the major things that allows me to compete. And in that moment, I was purely in the moment, just engulfed with how I felt was happening, what was forming, coming to fruition in my face, and I literally was like, come on, give me a fastball, give me a fastball, give me a fastball. And he gave it to me. Like, holy crap. Like, it was slider and shook, and he went straight to it that time. He didn't make me shake again to it, or
Mm-hmm.
And that was actually the first time he had given me a fastball in that whole sequence. So and in that moment, I do really believe that Buster and I were the only ones on the planet that knew I was throwing a fastball in that moment.
That's crazy.
I really, really believe that because, I mean, come on, man. Like you said, I was 70-something% sliders that year.
Incredible. They're gonna show one more slow-mo of it right here.
3 out of 4.
Then I'll let you go.
I didn't mean to throw it down the middle. I will admit that. I did not mean to throw it down the middle. That was a 4-seamer that ran like a 2-seamer. I meant to hit that like outer third at least. I'll give me that. I'll give myself that. I meant to at least throw a strike outer third. But down the middle, no shot. No shot. Not to that guy.
Dude, you're incredible. I appreciate you coming on, sharing the insight. This is a moment that I'm sure a lot of people still remember, and they think about it a lot because it meant a lot to the organization, obviously, winning the World Series. But just hearing your insight about it's incredible. So everybody go follow Sergio on IG, Sergio Romo 54. And I know you're doing some stuff gaming, so you have a Twitch handle you want to
same. It's the same thing. It's Sergio Romo 54 at the Twitch.tv. So.
Cool, man. We'll link it all, and I know people are gonna love this, dude. So I appreciate you coming on again, and good luck. Season starts tomorrow for you guys. Can't wait to watch you, bro.
Former teammate, good friend. Thank you, Mr. Trevor Plouffe. You're amazing.